CBS 2's Tony Aiello is live in Yonkers, where many are waiting to pay their respects. Tony, good afternoon to you.
Chris and Mary, this is the Hall Place overpass over I-87. You can see this is the route that the procession carrying the body of Jason Rivera will travel on its way to Ferncliff Cemetery in Hartsdale. And preliminarily over here to the right, Chris, you can see that we have members of the Yonkers Police Department ceremonial unit looking exquisite in their blue and yellow uniforms. They're already standing at attention as part of the salute as they wait for the arrival of this motorcade. And Chris, if we can walk over here on the other side of Hall Place, you can see there are first responders who are gathering as well. They will also be saluting the casket as that procession heads towards Ferncliff in Hartsdale. This gentleman is Stephen Tours, and he is a retired gentleman, has lived in Yonkers for all 75 years. You called your wife, and she was watching the funeral, and you didn't understand why she was in tears until I explained to you what Dominique Rivera was saying about having an argument with her husband. And you've been married 50 years, and you know that even people who love each other deeply have good days and bad days. And so talk to me about what your wife told you and what you're feeling today.
Well, before I was going to leave the house for my daily walk, I heard my wife crying in the other room, and she was watching the funeral on TV. She was, when I opened the door, she was just overwhelmed by the emotions, and you know, I could see it, and that got to me too. So I had to leave the house to take a walk, and I started to walk, and this is when I came upon this.
What's in your heart today as you think about this 22-year-old, start of his career, start of his marriage, start of his life?
I tell you, I'm overwhelmed now too, because of all the people that have come out for this. The truckers are coming by, and they're showing their support. My personal feelings is he's just way too young, you know, to pass away like this.
Well, it's so nice of you to come out to join the crowd that is paying respects. Kieran OLeary is with the Westchester County Police. You have ceremonial officers out here as well, Kieran?
Correct, yes. Our ceremonial unit is here. We have officers in New York City, and we also have officers that are escorting the funeral procession. It's obviously a very sad day for everybody in law enforcement, and the Westchester law enforcement community comes together as one to pay our respects.
What was the mood at the Department of Public Safety as you were planning with Yonkers and Greenburgh and other police departments for this final tribute?
I think everybody just wanted to be able to do something. So we sent 3 buses down today to St. Patrick's Cathedral to line up in tribute outside. We also, as I said, will be part of the escort, and we have members here. I think just collectively, everybody wants to show their support and express their grief and stand with the NYPD at this time as one law enforcement family.
Kieran, thank you so much. Chris and Mary, take 40 minutes or 50 minutes, maybe an hour, depending how fast that motorcade goes, to get to Ferncliff Cemetery. There will be a relatively small service there. The chapel only seats about 100 people. It will be immediately family. It will be immediate family, close friends, and close colleagues from the 32nd Precinct. And we're told that Officer Rivera's family has chosen to cremate his remains, and there are many spots at Ferncliff Cemetery where the cremains, as they are called, can be stored in a beautiful area for family to come and visit as New York says goodbye to a man considered a hero, as Pat Lynch said, not for how he died, but for how he lived. Chris, Mary.
Lynch also going on to say heroes never die. Tony, let me just ask you, I know you showed us the pictures when we first came to you of the trucks and cars lined up on the highway to pay their final respects. Could we have your cameraman pan back in that direction? Can you just explain to us what it really looks like, you know, live on the scene there?
Sure. We're walking across to the other side of Hall Place, so we're now looking north on I-87, and you can see that the Yonkers police are here, Yonkers firefighters are here. There's more than 40 police departments in Westchester County, and more than a dozen of them are expected to line the route at some point between here and Ferncliff Cemetery to show their final respects. They will stand in somber silence silence, and they will salute their brother in blue as his remains are brought to Ferncliff for, again, a small family ceremony, bringing an end this day of mourning.
Tony Aiello live for us. Okay, Tony, thank you, and we will get back to you shortly when the procession makes its way towards you.